Hey everybody, Ken here at CCG Vlog. 3 events this weekend: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, August 30th, 31st, and September 1st. It's Labor Day weekend, which means it's the end of the summer. It is the end of the CSOP, which brings us to our climactic main event tournament. $400 buy-in, 60K in chips, 35-minute levels, all at the VFW in West Chicago, all 3 days this weekend. Don't miss out. Final table, 85% sure is going to be recorded for CCG Poker TV. We're going to make a comeback for that. Super excited about this weekend. It's the close of the CSOP. The points list is up. We've texted everybody who won a seat in the cash game. There is still a few possible seats left to get in, and we're going to tell you how to do that this weekend. But let's get right into the main event and this weekend's last weekend of the CSOP. All right, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to be at the VFW in West Chicago. That's the one with the big tank and jet airplane out front, right off of Route 59, just north of downtown West Chicago and just south of North Avenue. If you have any questions on how to get there, hit me up in the comment section and I'll take care of you. 2 day ones, and day 2 is going to be on Sunday for the CSOP main. So day 1A is going to be 6:30 on Friday. Day 1B is going to be Saturday at 4 p.m. And then day 2, all of those day 1s are going to combine. We'll start with level 11 on Sunday at noon for day 2, which is going to be the final day of the CSOP main event tournament. It's a multi-flight tournament, which means there are 2 different day 1s that you can play in. You can play in either Friday or Saturday. You can play both if you get busted out. You can play both if you don't bust out, but I'll explain that a little bit later in the vlog because it gets a little bit confusing if we don't do that. You can play Friday or Saturday, but ideally you want to play those early levels. Friday at 6:30, they're going to start with level 1. They're going to play 10 levels and stop. If you're still in the tournament, you're going to bag your chips, and you can come back on Sunday at noon, start with level 11, finish the tournament as is. Same thing for Saturday. Saturday, it's going to start at 4 p.m. They're going to play 10 levels, stop. Anybody who still has chips left, bags and comes back Sunday at noon. Both day 1A and day 1B, players who have bagged will be seated and ready to go on Sunday at noon. And then you can also buy in on Sunday directly into day 2. It still costs $400. You're just going to start with level 11, which is going to be less, chips to start with. But it's still a great tournament, super deep structure, 60K in starting stacks, 35-minute levels. You can't beat that. It should be a blast. Late registration will stay open through the first level of day 2, which means at the end of level 11 at 12:35, registration stops, and you're going to have to win all of those chips on your own. We are also doing a big satellite on Friday at 4 p.m. $50 buy-in. It's in place of the 4 o'clock tournament. So instead of the $40 at 4 p.m. second chance on Friday, we're going to do a CSOP main event satellite. $50 buy-in, $5 add-on. We'll get you 10K in chips, 15-minute levels. For every 8 players in that satellite on Friday at 4 p.m., for every 8 players, 1 seat will be given away. We will also we're adding a seat to the prize pool as well, so a bonus seat in there. But for every 8 players, there will be 1 seat added to the prize pool. Any leftover money, meaning if there's like 35 players, which means 8 times 4 is 32, so that would be 4 seats plus the bonus seat, which means the top 5 players would get in, and then the 6th place player will get whatever the leftover is money-wise from the 50s, which would be $150. So that's how the prize pool will work. It does only pay out in main event seats on Friday at 4 p.m. We're also going to do single table tournaments throughout the weekend on demand. As soon as we get 8 players, we will do a $50 main event sit and go. 50 plus 5, same deal as the 4 o'clock satellite on Friday. 10K in chips, 15-minute levels, 8 players, 1 seat will be given away. But to encourage players to do these sit and go tournaments, I am going to add a deep stack seat to each and every one for the 2nd place finisher, which means 8 players in a sit and go, $55 with the add-on, 10K in chips, 15-minute levels. 1st place gets a CSOP main event seat. 2nd place gets a voucher for a CCG Deepstack. You can use it at any time for any $120 tournament. limited use, as in we only allow 1 voucher per tournament, which means if you know you're going to come out of Friday and you want to play it, shoot me a text on like Thursday or Friday and let me know that you're going to come, and then we'll save you that seat, and then nobody else can use it. You can also just show up and try to use it in any Deep Stack tournament, the vouchers that is. However, if somebody has gotten there beforehand and already reserved or bought their seat or used the voucher, you're going to have to wait for another time. It's the only stipulation. But it is a free seat that we're adding to the prize pool. So every single table sit and go satellite, 8 players. I'm going to add a Deep Stack seat voucher to it. That's a blast. So you can satellite your way in on Friday. You can satellite your way in for any of those single table sit and goes satellites, which will be great. If you want a cash game seat, you got a text from me. Let me know if you have any questions about that. But again, you can play Friday or Saturday. Your name is on a list. You just show your ID and you're good to go. If somebody tries to sell you a seat that they won, they can't do that, and they're only going to be able to get in on their name, which means you will have to show an ID to say, I am Michael Smith, here is my ID, I want a cash game seat, bing, bang, boom. Same thing for the tournament players on the tournament or the CSOP points list. You cannot sell those seats. They are non-transferable. It is yours and yours alone. If you won multiple seats, you can play day 1A and you can play day 1B. You could do both. The other alternative is, if you've won extra seats, there are a few players already. There's 3 players out there who have multiple seats won. They won a cash game seat and they won a points seat, so that's pretty awesome. I think one guy who won also pulled a bounty for one. Needless to say, anybody has the option. If you bag day 1A, okay, if you bag day 1A, you can play day 1B, buy another seat, use your other free seat, whatever the case may be, and you bag on Saturday as well, day 1B. So now you got 2 bags in the tournament. Well, Ken, what happens to those 2 bags? Well, I'm going to tell you. If you bag twice, you can take half of your smaller stack, combine it with the bigger stack, and move on to day 2. That's what we've always done for these main events. We're going to continue to do so. So if you play Friday day 1A and you play Saturday day 1B, you bag both times. You bag 100K on Friday and 250K on Saturday. Great run on Saturday, by the way. You would take half of the smaller stack. In this example, that would be 100,000 bagged. Half of that would be 50. You add that 50,000 to your 250 bag on Saturday, you'd have 300,000 in chips total. So you do sacrifice some. It's not a great deal, but a lot of players ask for it, and it is something that we offer. So there it is. If you bag twice, you can take half of your smaller bag, combine it with the bigger bag, and move on to day 2. It's main event weekend. It should be a blast, all at the VFW in West Chicago. Still got other regular tournaments going on throughout the weekend. Cash games will still be going on this weekend. Should be a wild and packed weekend with all of these seats. 40 players got seats into the CSOP main, so should be an awesome turnout. I'm super excited about it. As always, if you have questions, hit me up in the comments section below. I know I kind of went over a lot of stuff quickly today's vlog, but the main stuff is, hey, it's main event weekend. You can't miss it. It'll be a blast. The end of the CSOP. It is Labor Day weekend. Hope to see you this weekend. Other than that, we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.